Yeah, that's true.
Women are kind of fucked up that way. I mean, well, today's modern women, maybe at one time women were cool, but now, and actually I remember when they were kind of cool. They still played the silly ass games, but they weren't like they are now.
Yeah, that's true.
And I had quick encounters, and I enjoyed them. But there was no, like the guy said, why should you work so hard for pussy? You know what I mean? I agree with that.
Mm.
It's not worth it.
No, no. And you don't have to work so hard for it. The funny thing is when you let them know that you don't want any sort of commitment from them and you just want to let them be free, they are suddenly drawn to you in a way they've never heard that before. You got to understand, no guy says that shit. Every guy is trying to tie these women down and wants them to be his exclusive, sex toy. And women don't like that. Women don't like being tied down. They want to run around and be free and be slutty. So by giving them the power to do
Yeah,
that, they would, and it's not like
yeah. A
they're
lot
not
of
gonna.
guys.
Yeah. What's that?
Go ahead. What? I'm
and,
sorry.
and it's not like they're not going to do that anyway. You're just giving them the authority to do something they were already going to do. But by even just saying that, it gives you so much more value than any other guy, and they'll always respect you and always come back to you when you want them. You
Yeah, I
know?
like what you said when you said you tell these gals, yeah, go ahead. I don't care what you do.
Hmm.
Go bang, go. Ride some more dicks if you
Yeah,
want. I don't
yeah.
care. And then they realize, hey, he's not trying to
No,
cling to me. He's not trying to hold on to me.
no.
And then that gets their curiosity. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Daddy loves you no matter what, sweetie. You go out there, you fuck your life up, you be a whore. Daddy will always love you. You can always come sit on daddy's lap when you've had a tough day. And by lap I mean dick. So
Yeah,
that's yeah,
I
and they
know.
always, bro, I'm gonna do a video called "They Always Come Back to Daddy." I swear to God, these women are like grown ass children, and they just need to know
They
that
are.
they just need to know that they have a daddy that loves them and doesn't judge them and supports all of their fucked up decisions, and they'll always come back to daddy, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm laughing because it's so true. And
Yeah.
I was thinking of an old cartoon strip, comic strip. One time I saw it in a newspaper. It was wasn't I think it was Gagwood, but I'm not sure.
Mm.
But or one of those. It was this kind of fat guy, and he had this skinny little girl that looked like Annie,
Uh-huh.
and he'd always say, "Come over and sit on Daddy Pop's lap."
Yep.
she'd, she'd sit on his lap and say, "Oh, Daddy, are those your quarter rolls?"
What the fuck? Holy shit.
I thought
Holy
it was so
shit.
great. I cut it out a long time ago. That was years ago.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they are. No,
Are those your quarter rolls?
I swear to God, man.
Anyway,
No matter how old they get, they always need a daddy. They always need a man's approval, a man to look up to and get advice from, you know?
they do. When I was growing up, I lived in a residential middle class neighborhood,
Hmm.
and I remember this kid that lived on the corner down the street from us, about 6 or 7 houses down. And I used to hang with him, and he had a sister that was about 3 years older,
Hmm.
and she was always hanging on to the father. And I used to think something was going on even back then. I thought, man, this relationship does not look healthy.
Right.
And it just the way she cuddled up to him and would hang onto his arm. And
Hmm.
this is a grown girl. I mean, this is well, at that time she was, I'd say she was a teenager.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking to myself, fuck, it didn't look right. But, you're right. They do look up to a daddy figure.
Yep. And here's the thing.
Absolutely.
In a healthy society, these women, because most of these girls didn't have their real dads, so they always chase a daddy figure in the men they date. So in a healthy society, these women would have their own fathers. They would get all of their daddy needs met by their own fathers, and then they wouldn't have to, try to project that onto the men they date and just make weird, fucked up dating decisions. The only reason it's like this. And it's like this in my relationships because a lot of these girls didn't have dads, so they try to make me their dad and their boyfriend at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the key is what your last caller said, or not your last, but the one before the last, and what you said.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just
Reverse psychology.
have sex and with it smash and dash.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck all that other bullshit.
Absolutely.
It's just not worth it. And then let them know, hey, I don't really give a fuck about you. If you want, here I am if you want it. You know?
Even better. Here's the thing, Gary. Even better than I don't give a fuck about you is I love you and I'll never judge you. Daddy will always be here for you when you're ready to come back. That's how you keep them
Yeah.
forever. That's like some real pimp shit. Have you ever seen the movie Casino with Robert De Niro?
What's it called?
Have you ever seen this movie? It's called
No, I haven't.
Casino. It's called Casino with Robert De
I've
Niro and
heard of it,
Sharon
but I never
Stone.
saw it.
Well, here's basically how it works. In this movie Casino, Robert De Niro plays this rich casino owner, and Sharon Stone, she's this beautiful blonde. She gets with Robert De Niro because he's rich, right? But she's still in
Right.
love with her old pimp boyfriend, played by James Woods. Her old pimp
Uh huh.
boyfriend, his name is Lester Diamond, and basically
Yeah.
what she does is she uses the rich successful guy for his money, and then she takes the money back to her old pimp boyfriend and pampers him, buys him whatever he wants. Now her ex-boyfriend, the pimp, is like a total fuck up, like a drug
Yeah.
addict, always broke, always needs money, and she will take 20, 30, $40,000 from her rich casino boss husband and give it to her old pimp boyfriend because the pimp boyfriend never tries to control her. See, the rich husband says, if you're gonna be with me, I need you to be loyal to me only, and never cheat on me and shit. The pimp boyfriend says, baby, I just want you to be happy. Go be with this guy. He's gonna take care of you. He's gonna support you financially. You can always come talk to me when you need me, baby. So what that does, she feels like she can be free and be herself with her old pimp boyfriend. So she goes and takes money from her rich husband who's trying to control her all the time. And she sneaks behind his back and she still fucks her ex boyfriend and gives him money and all kinds of shit like that because he's always the daddy that lets her go off and do what she needs to do and doesn't judge her and doesn't try to control her. And she's like fascinated by that.
Well, you know what it's like. I heard a saying one time. I was reading it in a book years ago. I remember one of these books on how to, basically, it wasn't the men are from Mars, women are from Venus. It was another one about women and their mindset. It said something to the effect. It was years ago. It said, "A woman is a lot like your shadow. If you chase after it, it'll run. But if you turn and go the opposite way, it will follow."
Yeah.
And I thought, wow.
Yeah.
Because
I guess
I've never believed that. Oh, go ahead.
I
What?
guess another fucked up way you could say is like women are like dogs. If you chase them, they run away from you. If you run away from them, they chase you.
Isn't it silly?
It is.
It's
It's
absurd.
insane,
The
but
whole thing.
this is the world we
But it's
live
the
in.
game. It's what it is.
Oh yeah,
And if you want the fun, you got to kind of play the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Not the game to the extent where you sacrifice your integrity and
Right.
your sense of being a man. You don't have to compromise that at all. And if a woman wants me to compromise that, she can go F herself.
Absolutely. But anyways, for all
And
the guys who are curious, that is why she always comes back to daddy.
that would be a good video.
I'm gonna do.
I could see you doing that.
I'm gonna upload. I'll probably just upload this live stream and make it the video. But maybe I'll write a book like "She Always Comes Back to Daddy" by Itachi MGTOW. And it's like a picture of it's a picture of me with like three grown ass women sitting on my lap at the same time, like all piled on top of each other. But that'll be the cover of the book. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. I'll contact the publisher. We'll see what happens. Oh god.
You're great. I like you, man.
Oh
Hey, I'm
god.
going to let you go, buddy, but it's been nice talking with you. I
Definitely.
just wanted to call and check in and say hello and just kind of
Definitely.
chit chat.
Appreciate the call, Gary.
All right, buddy. Take care.
right.
Bye bye.
All right. For everyone listening, that was my favorite baby boomer, my man Gary calling in. Always dropping that old school wisdom. Midtown owner, you like that? It's like me with like three grown ass women all piled on top of my lap. Oh shit. Jesus Christ. Anyways, phone lines are open if anyone wants to call in, man. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. But when we are apart, I feel it too. And no matter what I do, I feel the pain with or without
Why
you.
do I feel it? Yeah.
Caller, you're on the air.
Hello, Itachi. So what you're saying is that to get them to come back,
is to not control them, let them do their thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing, it's always better if you start off like that from the start, you know? If you build the relationship on that basis, you can still get them back if you let them go and you let them be free, but it's a lot better when from the start you always have this no attachment, no commitment mentality.
Let's be real though. What you've also said that the type of woman that you're looking for long term that doesn't exist in America is one that's faithful from the start.
Yeah, but I don't even want that anymore, honestly.
Okay, I've heard you saying that, but
Yeah.
um, isn't it a form of like cuckoldry? The idea that you let your woman go sleep with whoever she wants. I mean,
No, because she's one of many. I have a whole roster. I have 3 to 4 to 5 different women in my rotation that all know about each other and all come to me and we do what we want to do when we want to do it. But then when I don't want to deal with them, I go on my separate way, they go their way, and they're constantly reaching out, wanting to see me and wanting approval and wanting to take it to the next level, but I never let it go there. So here's the thing, bro. These modern women, none of us can tie them down. It doesn't matter how much game you have. You cannot make them loyal. You cannot make them faithful. They were born and raised to be free spirited whores, right? So
yep.
the most you can be is the guy that's on the pedestal in her mind. The most you can be is the guy that owns most of her soul. You can never own all of it, all right? Other guys are always going to be able to fuck her, but you can always be the one that she looks up to and comes back to and treats the best and gives sex whenever he wants. Whereas the other guys, they're going to come and go. She's going to kick them to the curb. You can be like her pimp daddy. That's the best you can be, is like her pimp daddy. You'll never get 100% commitment, but you'll always be the guy she comes back to and gives the most sex to and gives the most respect to. And honestly, even can give resources to if you really have enough game. So that's the best you can do in this day and age.
Are you worried at all about STDs?
I just wrap that shit up, bro. That's the best you can do.
All you can do? Okay.
Yeah.
And how about what about the MGTOW idea that you're not a real MGTOW if you're not going monk mode?
I'm a man who's going my own way, and the way that I choose to go my own way is by still having women that I sleep with casually and have fun with, but then I keep all my resources and energy to myself. So if that's not being a man going his own way, I don't know what the fuck is.
Okay, I've been seeing this chick for a few months, and she's bought me dinner.
She's bought you dinner.
Oh yeah, she does some good things, and not just a small dinner. We're talking like a $45 course here. I tell her, this is the type of guy I am. If you want my time, you got to invest just as much as me. That type of thing. I've done stuff for her too, but
I hear you.
Definitely we're equal. And anyway, but then she kind of, we hung out with her friends, and she kind of started getting snarky, and then she kind of bailed on 2 flaky dates. Is this a next, even though she's bought me dinner and she had a lot of good times? And how she called me up 10 times last night, being like, come on, come over and fuck,
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm over you. Kind of,
I get it, but here's the thing. What do you want exactly from this chick?
I guess, exactly, build my harem. She's one of many. That's what I'm trying to build too.
Now, did you let her know from the start that you do not ever want to be exclusive with her and that you are seeing other women as we speak?
Yes, we're under the standing. She says that she's going to be faithful to me and that I'm allowed to sleep around. And, that sounds like bullshit, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is bullshit, but at least you are the most respected man in her mind. So you can always have, if you play your cards right, you keep things the way they're going, you can almost always have access to her, which is better than most guys are going to get.
She says, I've been asked out by 2 guys, and I hate ultimatums, but if you don't get back to me within 24 hours, I think I should go our separate ways.
That's what she said?
I was like doing my own thing.
That's what she told you?
Yeah. And
all right, tell her, go ahead, babe.
Here's
what you do. You tell her, I'm happy for, I just want you to be happy. If being with another guy makes you happy, then I support it completely. That's what you tell her. And then she's going to be like, fuck, I can't control him. See, that's all some control tactic bullshit. She wants to get you to try to tie her down. You're not going to do that. So you say, look, baby, I'm all about letting you go and be free and be happy. I just want to see you happy, girl. And that's going to eat away at her. And she's not going to be able to enjoy the other guy. Now, don't get me wrong. She's gonna fuck the other guy, sure, but she's gonna get bored of him fast and kick him to the curb and always come back to you to give you the most sex. While this isn't a perfect deal, it's the best we can do in this modern society. You see what I'm saying?
She did say, so she might try to pull this angle, like, she did say, I want to be with you, but if you don't want to be with me, then I got to do this.
All right, then you do what you got to do, baby, and I wish you the best. And by having no attachment and not chasing her at all after that, and giving her your blessing to go off and slut it up, she's gonna think about you even more because you're the one guy that never gave a fuck and never chased.
Exactly.
You know.
All right. Yeah, we're on the same page.
That's
so I
it.
should just be like, do what you got to do.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Don't sound butthurt when you do it. Sound supportive. Like I said, it's like daddy giving his daughter his blessing. Like, baby, daddy just wants to see you happy. Daddy just wants to see you do good. Daddy loves you. Daddy will always love you no matter how many mistakes you make, no matter how many ditches you take. Daddy will never judge you. Go be free, my child. Go be free. And and she's gonna really stop and think about that after like a day or two and be like, God damn it, I miss him now. Like all the other guys try to control me, but daddy never tries to control me. Daddy just loves me for me and wants me to be free. And then she's gonna always come back to you over and over. It's insane. It's fucking insanity, but this is like the female mind we're dealing with here,
Do you really believe that? Let's say a girl that you've been seeing blows you off and goes have sex that same night with another guy. Are you really going to open her arms and say,
well, here's the thing. Again? You see,
really
okay, so I can tell by the way you just said that you are emotionally invested in this woman and that deep down you want her to be exclusively with you. I can tell you just gave up your whole hand by what you just told me. So based on
it wasn't about her. It was about any woman. I want them to be exclusive with me. I'd rather not they go fuck someone else.
I know you'd rather not. I know you'd rather not. But guess what? You're not getting that, bro. And I'm not getting that either. Okay? None of us are getting 100% loyalty from a woman in America in 2018. It's not fucking happening. Like I told you, the best you can be is the non-judgmental, carefree guy that doesn't give a fuck what she does, that she always comes back to and gives the most sex and the most attention and, like I said, resources if you really want to go down that road. That's it, bro. That's the best you can be is like a pimp in 2018. You can't be an exclusive, monogamous, loving, faithful man. It's just not happening.
And the red pill knowledge is that this is even true, even if you're in like a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, right?
Yeah, even if you're in a well, here's the thing, bro. You shouldn't even be in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship because women don't respect men that are stupid enough to be their boyfriend. They want a man they can't have. So by you just saying, I'm going to be your boyfriend, I'm going to be faithful to you, she's like, okay, I have him now. I'm bored. You never want to give her that level of commitment. You always by always having other women on the side, by never verbally committing to her, you're always the catch. She has to feel like she's chasing. By you saying, all right, I'm your boyfriend now, it's like game over. I've killed this deer and I've hung it on my mantle, above the fireplace.
Man, I listen to these videos all day and it never comes easier to accept this red pill. You know what I
mean? How old are you, bro?
I'm 27.
27. Have you have you fucked and dated a shitload of women or just a few?
I've been in kind of long-term relationships, like 7 long-term relationships.
How many women have you slept with, if you don't mind me asking?
Probably like 20, 25.
Really?
Not a ton.
Okay, because I'm right around there too, maybe like 25, but I'm only 22, so maybe I'm just over it sooner. But from my experience, bro, after just fucking so many of them and seeing how, like, I don't know, I just became numb to it after a while. So I'm surprised that hasn't happened to you yet. I don't know what kind of fantasy you're still holding on to, but for me, I got numb to the bullshit after a while, and I'm like, you know what? The best thing I can really be is a pimp. Like, there isn't much else to do with these women. They're not good. They're not good quality women to build with. So that's really the best you can do.
I know you're right. Okay.
That's just that. Appreciate the call, man. Daddy always loves you, girl. Oh, yeah, Griffith Midtown. That's sweet, bro. Or Kuwabara Midtown. This is Kuwabara Midtown.
Chris,
Caller, you're on the air.
Yo, Karama,
It's good, man.
I have something to tell you, bro.
What's up?
Thank you for coming on air and making all your videos every day. It's not